Okay, so today we're in October 3rd or 4th, and so I thought I'd make an English version of the French video I made yesterday on how to create beautiful jewelry from translucent stone like onyx, you know. And if in your surrounding or group of family or friends you have somebody who is a tile person and has a lot of experience in cutting tiles with a wet saw, then you can ask them to help you a little bit to create what I'm about to show you. So what I do is I take translucent stones of various colors, as I'm showing here. Here's some blue, here's some purple, here's some green, and here's some pink. And I use europium, which is this show you here. Europium phosphorescent. It's not a powder in this one. It's more liquidy, and you have to really stir it. You can't shake it. Okay, it's like James Bond, stirred, not shaken. And once you have it stirred, yesterday I did the first coat. It takes about 24 hours on a good day to dry. And I want to add on what I did yesterday a few touches of this green before I go. That's going to take another 24 hours to dry, but then I'll have those little touches of green here and there, like uneven lines. I hope you can see what I'm doing because my eyes are on the stones, not necessarily on the camera. A little bit of green here too. And I'm using a tiny brush because here I'm just doing additions of kind of touch-ups, you know, but it's not the same color. Yesterday I used a blue europium. Today I'm applying a bit of green. So it will grow green in the dark. Blue, sorry. And so I'm attempting to teach all this so that people can eventually find ways or ideas from here to apply and create their own jobs. Jewelry, if jewelry is your passion, then by all means feel free to use these ideas. I don't fear competition or anything like that. Quite the contrary, I believe in equality and sharing information and knowledge so that we don't end up 2,000 years later asking ourselves, well, how did they do that? Well, this is how we do it. Okay. So that's for the second coat on what I did yesterday. Let me show you what I used to do the first coat, which is a brush that has an angle to it and it's much flatter. And so I'll take this green piece of onyx and the back of it, I'm just gonna plaster it like so. Okay. Not overkill, but put the excess back in the there you go. And that will do for now. And I have this tiny little one here, might as well do it. Voila. Yeah, copywriting everything all the time and keeping everything a secret, it doesn't really help society as a whole. You know, if we make learning too expensive and inaccessible, nobody is gaining in this. So I think it's best that we learn to share. It doesn't hurt, and we all gain from it. I gain because my knowledge doesn't get lost, and I didn't lose my time discovering how to combine different things, because eventually somebody will be able to do the same thing. And because it's made by hand and not by factory, well, we're all limited by how much we can do with our own two hands. It's not a race, it's not a competition, we all need to make a living. Well, why not share on how to make a living? Because I cannot supply everybody with just 10 fingers anyway. So let me pause here, and I'm going to switch color, rinse this to the blue to do those two little things. Okay, so as I was showing yesterday, I first mixed and stirred my blue. It takes a minute because it's really thick, so it takes like 3-5 minutes to really stir it with a chopstick. And I put some in a cup so that I wouldn't contaminate the whole thing. And then European also comes in powders for the other colors, purple, white, or orange. So I'm gonna add, putting it first in a cap so that I don't accidentally pour too much. I'm gonna add a little bit of that purple into that blue. And with a toothpick, I'm going to gently mix it without overdoing it, okay? And this way, I can take this bicolor product and apply it, if you can see, on the back of this gray stone. So this way I'll have a little bit of blue and a little bit of purple. I'm trying to be a bit generous without doing it overkill either. It's a process, you know. Now I have extra that I can put part on this green one that I just did and kind of play with it, dabble. And also on this one. There. And that will take, as I said, about 24 hours to dry. Meanwhile, that'll give me time to go prepare my marble slabs to put on the back of this. Otherwise it will break, and plus it wouldn't be nice, but it's a step-by-step process. So we'll stop with this video at 8 minutes, and I'll show and explain the next step after that. And before I forget, hold on. So as I was explaining yesterday in French, we're gonna cut these into the shape of countries. In this case, it's gonna be France, Portugal, and then a department in France called l'Ain, which is the first department, A-I-N. And the way I obtain this is simply by cutting out a piece of white paper and applying it on the computer screen and following the contour with a pencil, okay? If you're doing it on a phone, you're gonna have to save your picture and use it as a screensaver because it's tactile, and this way, if it is as a screensaver for your phone as opposed to a picture, then the picture won't move behind you as you're using the pen to do it. So voila for today, and I hope this was helpful. Thank you and have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.